I really needed support and I wasn't sure where to go. My doctor referred me to Olivia's place and they called me, and I came in and I met CJ and started talking to CJ, and I knew that everything was going to be okay. I'm sorry. So I'm Rebecca Purston. I moved to Warragul a few years ago. I have two little boys. My oldest boy is 4 and my littlest boy is 2. When I moved, I actually didn't know about Olivia's place. I did have someone tell me about Olivia's place, but I thought that I wouldn't be supported by them because I am not on a healthcare card, and so I didn't pursue anything at that time. But then when I was pregnant with my second baby, and all the trauma of my first pregnancy was coming up around the 3rd trimester, my doctor referred me to Olivia's place, and they welcomed me with open arms and really supported me through the rest of my pregnancy and those early months. With my first pregnancy, the pregnancy went really well, but when I arrived at the hospital, it all went downhill, and the birth was quite traumatic. And in the months following the birth, with breastfeeding and postnatal depression, it was a really big struggle. And then when I was pregnant with my second baby, in the 3rd trimester, all those feelings of fear got stirred up, and the team at Olivia's place supported me through that. CJ really took good care of me. She helped me through the breastfeeding trauma and prepared me to welcome another baby and to be able to breastfeed that baby. It was pre-COVID when my second baby was born, so I was able to go in face-to-face. From the 3rd trimester, I went in once a fortnight to see CJ and to talk about some of the problems that I was having and that I was anticipating having, and CJ offered me that person to talk to, and as a way of making sure that I have the supports that I needed, CJ was able to help me ensure those supports were there. After my first baby was born, one of the things that CJ did for me was organise for me to do a parenting course through Anglicare, and had I not been seeing CJ, I wouldn't have even known about that course, and that was been a real game changer for me as a parent. If I hadn't gone to Olivia's place, I don't know what I would have done. I think my husband would have had to have stopped working to support me, because I was not in a good way to have been looking after myself and my oldest child without the extra support. And just being able to see CJ once a fortnight, and CJ would call me if I needed a bit extra as well, meant that life could continue as normal at home, which was really nice. So when I first moved to Warragul, I didn't have anyone. It was just my husband, me and my little baby. And it's hard when you move somewhere new and it's just you and your partner and your baby. And my parents were 3 hours away, his parents were 6 hours away. I really didn't have anyone other than my little family unit. And so to become a client of Olivia's place, and they became my village, and having that support, that village there, it did make a really big difference. They were probably about 9 months old when I asked about volunteering at Olivia's place, and Olivia's place said that would be great, that they'd love to have me. And so I started volunteering in the warehouse in the material aid team, and it was really good. I'd gone from having Olivia's Place as my village to being part of that village for other people, and that feeling of being part of the village for those who needed the support, like I had needed the support, was a really good feeling. And the social aspects of volunteering as well, when I didn't know many people, was just really fantastic. For people who are struggling with their pregnancy or with the birth, the pending birth of their baby, or those early months once the baby's arrived, there is help there for you. Olivia's Place is here for everyone in Gippsland. From a client's perspective, they really took care of me. From a volunteer's perspective, they supported me in that volunteering role, and from a employment perspective, having them as colleagues, they're just a really fun team and supportive colleagues. So yeah, it's been really nice working for them as well as being a volunteer. Olivia's Place offers support to parents who are expecting a new baby or who have just had a new baby up until that first year of life. They offer 2 levels of support, one level being their family support, which is what I received, so that's talking with that person to help you through those hard times. And the second level is a material aid, where you will receive material items such as prams, cots, bassinets for your baby, things that you need to help you to transport your baby and to ensure your baby has a safe place to sleep. When I was volunteering at Olivia's Place, I was volunteering in the material aid team, so I would safety check those goods that have come in, been donated, make sure that they were safe for a baby and that they could go to a new home.